Hey guys, so I just wanted to compare here the J7 Prime with the Galaxy A5 2016. These are about the same kind of price, and I wondered which one gives you the better value for money. We're going to turn them on at the same time and test the performance to see if there's any differences here. So the A5 2016 is due to be supplanted soon with the 2017, but it does have some nice stuff going for it still, particularly in comparison to some other phones, such as a very premium design and a very beautiful display here, which is of the AMOLED type. So we're just going to have a look at the speed here, and then we can move on to the multitasking, and we might run a few benchmark as well. So both have everything closed down, as you can see. So let's get some open here. So far it looks like J7 Prime is going ahead a little bit. I think the J7 Prime runs on a slightly better processor with 3 gigs of RAM. And that could come in handy, particularly with TouchWiz. But the difference isn't really remarkable, you know. It seems the A5 Exynos here certainly keeps up with phones which are a little bit more recent, which is good. We're just going to move on to some games. Let's have a look at Sonic. This is where I saw some improvement on the J7. Yeah, you can see here a little bit faster to load the game. And we do have UFC. Again, very nice and fast here on the left. And we do have GTA. So very similar for this one, maybe this one a little bit more similar, but I think generally you can see the J7 Prime is a little bit snappier in some things, but the difference isn't that remarkable as I was expecting. So maybe this is going to be the same with the new A5 2017, which I think shares the same processor. So this is obviously Exynos 7580 versus Exynos 7870, I think, and we're just going to run this very quickly. I will speed through this. So I think we're coming to the end now, and you can see the J7 Prime predictably is a little bit ahead with the result here. And we're getting single core of 676, multi-core 3247. So very tight for the multi-core, not bad at all. And where does that put it? Single core does put it behind LG Nexus 5 and Samsung Galaxy S5. So a little bit behind for the single core. And where's the multi-core? Multi-core is just below the Mi 5 and above the Note 4. But in comparison to the A5, you can see there's not really a massive difference that I was expecting. So I gotta say, this new processor, 7870, a little bit disappointing in terms of the gains, really. I think maybe your battery life is going to be a lot better though, because of the efficiency built on the new manufacturing process. But nevertheless, just have a quick look at the browsing here. Just open up a few pages that we've not opened up, such as IGN. Whoa, that's not IGN. That's something else. Go. So this supports 5G, obviously, Wi-Fi, which is a big advantage here when it comes to the load speed of things. But then again, you can see in real world the J7 Prime is a little bit faster here. Let's try the TripAdvisor. So again, J7 Prime, very nice and snappy there. Amazon. So I think I'm going to give it to the J7 Prime when it comes to the page rendering. Very fast indeed. And we're just going to round off with a multitasking, which we can see them both struggle here, I'm guessing. Yeah, so you can see both of them are already struggling here. I don't even have to go through all of them. It's like you pretty much know that anything below 4 gigs of RAM is going to struggle on Samsung device, particularly the A5 because it has 2 gigs of RAM. I think the J7 Prime does come up with it a little bit faster, but both of them not the best here. Let's have a look if they held the games in memory. No for that one. And this one. Now you can see, pretty pitiful really. But nevertheless, I think if you're looking for a phone here between these two, there are other things to consider. We do have a slightly more premium camera with the A5, I think, optical image stabilization on board, obviously, and I think it has a few more modes than the one on the J7 Prime here. So if we just go to the modes, in fact no, it looks like the J7 Prime does actually have more modes. But nevertheless, I'm thinking that the A5 2016, because of the optical image stabilization, would give you a little bit better performance. It is debatable though. I do want to test the camera on this one, see if it's any good. Another thing I'm going to test is the fingerprint scanner, I think, in a dedicated video. Some people are saying it's the best Samsung's ever produced, because Samsung's not the best when it comes to fingerprint scanners. So that's very interesting to look forward to. And other things to mention, obviously I've already mentioned the display here on the J7 Prime. I'm getting used to it a little bit now, looking at it head on. It's not that bad, but I really did enjoy the use of AMOLED across all the devices that we did have before. I think this has 32 gigs internal storage, which is very useful compared to 16 gigs in the A5, which I thought was a bit cheap really, but you do get micro SD expandability, which is quite nice. So yeah, just a quick little video here between these two. I have actually ordered the A5 2017, so hopefully that should be on its way very shortly. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.